Hey everybody, welcome to Board Online, Board Offline. Today we have a gameplay of Hadrian's Wall. This game is so good, y'all. I mean, I really didn't know what to expect with it. I thought it looked like there's a lot going on the pages. Heavy. I mean, I do have one heavy rolling, right? I have a Roman roll, and I like that one pretty good. You know, it's not top tier for me, but it's one that I really, really enjoy. And so when this came along, not rolling right, it's a flipping right. It's not really even flipping right. It's more like a worker placement and right. Yeah, it's kind of its own thing, but it kind of looked like a flipping right. I don't know. I just didn't know what to expect. It's so good. I have thoroughly enjoyed this. I have my top 40 best games of all time currently going right now. I made the list prior to playing Hadrian's Wall. If I had played Hadrian's Wall before I made the list, no doubt in my mind it would be on that list somewhere. Don't know exactly where. It would have been there somewhere. It will definitely be there next year when I make my next top list. Might be up to 50 by then. Anyway, side point. So yeah, we're going to get down to the table. We're going to get down to the game topper. I'm going to show you Hadrian's Wall. Really cool. Let's talk about my sponsor first before we get down to the game topper. That is Board Game Co. This is a great website where you can buy, sell, and trade games. They have a great selection to choose from. If you're just looking to buy more games, you just need to build out your collection, you're trying to find some of those hard to find games, they just might be able to help you out. They also will buy games from you. A very easy system to use. I highly recommend you go over and check it out. They have a thriving used game market over there. Definitely go check them out for those purposes. And then, of course, you can trade games with them. If you have a Board Game Geek account and you set up a trade list over there, as many of us have, you then take your Board Game Geek username, drop it into Board Game Co. They will compare your trade list with their stock and build a custom trade list right there on their website. It makes it very easy to facilitate a trade. If you do check out Board Game Co., click on the link in the description below so they know I sent you over there. Board Game Co. makes it easy to buy, sell, and trade your way into a better collection. Well, that is, I think that's all the intro we need. So let's get down to the game topper. I'm going to show you this absolutely fantastic game, Hadrian's Wall. All right, so here we go. Now, one of the great things with Hadrian's Wall is there's really very little setup. We've got our player board up here. We've got our deck of player cards here. Here we've got our fake cards. I've got some a pool of stuff up here that I can pull from. There's actually a lot more, more tokens, but this is kind of the most that I've needed so far when I'm playing. And we've got our left sheet and our right sheet here. And then down here off camera, I've got the set of cards, another set of player cards that'll be used basically to give me additional things that I can do to kind of sort of simulate other players, but not in what the other players would do, but what they could offer me. When you're playing solo, you are basically, it's sort of a beat your own score, but here, let me grab the rule book here. Let's see. But you can see down here, it does kind of give you an idea of what the different scores are worth. So basically the way I consider it a win, if I get 50 or higher, and if I get 60 or higher, then I'll move on to the next difficulty level. So I have gotten into the 60s with easy, and so now we're going to be playing on medium. The last time I played medium, I got here in the 40s, a Centurion. So hopefully I can get, I was like 46, I think. So hopefully I can get up into the 50s this time. Primus Pilus. Or Pilus, maybe? Primus Pilus? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, that's the setup. And now we're basically going to start right off the bat with turn one. And the first thing we have to do is we flip over a fake card. All right, and so let me try to adjust this glare. There we go. Okay, so for this initial card, the only thing we're paying attention to is this down here. This is the workers and resources we're going to have for this round. And so the black workers are soldiers. We get one of those. Then the blue workers are builders. The purple ones are servants. The yellow ones are citizens, and then we get 1 resource as well. Then we also, because we already have 1 circle filled out here, everybody does it when you start the game. For resource production, we get 1 additional resource. And then later on, if we start filling these buildings out, if we start building these buildings, then we'll get extra civilians or citizens, builders, and this is the, what do they call it? Not attributes. Are they attributes? Yeah, they are attributes. Functionally, though, what they are victory points. So you can see these banners at the bottom, all going all the way to 25, and literally it's just however far up this track I am, that's how many points I get at the end of the game. The next thing we need to do is draw 2 of these cards off the top of the deck. And we look at them. So what we're doing here is looking at a couple different things. I'm going to choose 1 card to go up top here and 1 card to go off to the side. The card that goes off to the side, I'm going to have access to this right here, which is for scouting purposes down here. All right. And then also I'll gain these 2 resources. So if I put that one over there, I get 2 resources. That's what they're called, resources. If I put this one over on the side, then I would get 2 servants instead. And then the one that goes up here, so this is the path, and this is the, what's that one called? So the card that goes up top is called your path card. The card that goes down on the right is your prospect card. So the prospect card gives you access to scouting and to whatever is in the bottom left corner of the card. The path card gives you access to victory points. So I could go for filled temples. So here are my temples right here. If I can fill them up, I would get extra victory points for that. Or constructed landmarks. I already have 3 servants. That's pretty good for the beginning of the game. Let's go. We will make this card be our prospect card, and Pontiff will be the path that we're following. All right, and then finally, we draw 2 cards off of the extra deck. And what these do is give us additional scouting possibilities, as well as these two numbers here, which can be used for the market. All right, so now we go right on into our round. And one thing I always like to do, I always want to make sure we're going to use 1 servant for mining and foresting to fill this one in, and then 1 more to fill this one in. So when we fill this one in, we're going to increase our resource production by 1, and we're going to gain a resource right now. And we fill it in. So we know we want to try to be filling up our temples. So let's go ahead and to be able to build the small temple, we'll need to have this first number for priest completed. These banners, so basically this initial stuff you see here is the cost. Anything in a white box is the benefit. So the cost here is first we have to have number 1 on the track filled in, and then we'll have to spend 1 servant, 1 builder, and 1 resource to build the small temple. So let's go ahead. You can see here you can use a citizen, or if you get that icon, you can add to this track. We'll use a citizen to add to the track. So we fill this in. We're going to get a servant for doing that. Okay. And now let's see, you know what? Let's go ahead and build this first temple. So you can see it'll take a builder, a servant, and a resource. And now we fill in that box right there, which gives us 1 on the piety track. We have 1 piety attribute. Okay. And go and fill that in. Now, we could go ahead and if we do this twice, then we'll get additional piety and we'll have a favor. The favor allows us to ignore one card that comes out when the picks attack at the end of the round. So that's something to think about. And since that's a gray, the cost is any worker. So the first one gives us no benefit. Then the second one would give us that piety plus the favor. But let's look up here. We can spend one soldier and fill in this wall guard box. That gives us one of these cohorts up here. The cohorts help us defend against attacks. It really doesn't matter which one. So let's just start filling in the left cohort. So then we use a builder to get this first part of the fort completed. Because you can see the fort can be built with either a builder or a soldier. And so now that we've built this first part of the fort, see this chain right here, here and here, that means that this part of the wall and this part of the sippy can both be built now. This stuff up here is not connected directly to the fort, so it doesn't matter. I can go as far out. Now I do have to stop here because to go any farther, we have to build the medium granary. But that's something that we can look at as we get a little bit farther into this. Now, what we'll do is go and use one resource to build this section of the wall, which is going to gain us another citizen. You know, the last game, I really got tore up with the picks. So when if the picks get through, if I can't block them, then this down here happens. I get a, what's it called? Disdain. And disdain at the end of the game is negative points. So I probably should do something to try to avoid that. Now, the apparators, these guys that like to take baths, because they make all kinds of deals in the bath that get rid of disdain. Basically, I'm bribing. You can see max 2 bribes per year. So I am going to start working towards that. That's a citizen that's going to fill in this spot, which will give you another builder. You know what? Let's go and do this. We will go in and fill the small temple. So I can use one worker to get the first one, another worker to get the second one. So we will do that. We use both these workers for that. So that's the first one. It doesn't give us any benefit. The second one gives us another piety. And now we circled this favor to show that we have it. And then if we have to use it, we'll fill it out, which 2 out of 3 chances we will have to use it because we don't have any defense on the right cohort or the center cohort. We will be able to hold off an attack on the left cohort right now. Oh, and then we have one more resource that we'll use for the sippy right here. All right, so that's everything I can do. Obviously, I'm out of workers and everything. Oh, by the way, that temple is now full, which means I do have 1 victory point from the Pontiff card. Now, we are playing on medium difficulty, so we always look at the yellow number here. That's 1. So we're going to draw 1 card. All right, and here we just look at the arrow, the middle arrow coming at the center cohort, nothing defending there, so I will have to use this favor to cancel out the card. That means I successfully defended the wall, and this right here is the number of valor I can gain from doing so. So I gain 1 valor, and that's the first round. Okay, so now we go ahead and get our starting workers again. So this time we'll have 2 soldiers, 2 builders, 3 servants, 1 citizen, and no resources right off the bat. But remember, we have 2 resource productions, so we get those. And yeah, that's where we're at. All right, so I think I want to try to get this up and running. the small hotel. You can see right there, the 2 right there for the small hotel means that we have to have level 2 construction for the fort already, or in order to get to it. So here's what I'm thinking. Also, remember, we do want to keep working towards the temples. Let's go ahead and use both of these builders to get to level 2 on the fort. That will let us use both of these resources to gain another citizen. Let's actually use 1 citizen for the patricians to gain an additional resource. Another citizen for the performers to gain another builder. We'll use this builder for this section of the fort, which gives us another citizen. And we can use that resource for this section of the wall. So that's going to give us 1 renown on the attribute track down here. And then we can fill in 1 cohort. I think we should try to get at least 1 on each cohort before we start really pushing up one of the tracks. And you know what, let's see. We've, so far, 2 centers have come out and 1 right. So you know what, actually let's, instead of, well, you know what, it's not going to matter because next, you'll see. In a second here, we're going to get another cohort anyway. Let's go and use that citizen for an additional spot on the priest track. And, you know, we're going to go ahead and use both of these soldiers for the wall guard. So that right there gives me 1 on the discipline attribute, and the other one will go there. So that's another cohort. So now we've got 1 for each cohort. And see, we're going to be drawing 2 cards this time. But we should be pretty well defended. Now we've got these guys. I'll use 1 of them for the mining and foresting track. Now the other 2, see down here in the forum, you can use 2 workers to convert them into 1 of another worker, but it can't be a soldier that you convert them into. So I'm going to convert these 2. Now this is a max of 1 per year, so you write the year that you're doing it. Oh, what am I doing, y'all? Oh my gosh, I got so far ahead of myself. I thought I was missing some people, so check this out. Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. I completely forgot to play my cards. All right, because we're in year 2. So, all right, so which one of these do I want for the path? Which do I want for the prospect? This could have changed some stuff. I'm not going to go and retcon everything, but we're going to take the Vanguard as the... So I haven't used those 2 guys yet. Trainer is going to go over here. Vanguard is going to be our path. So the completed wall guard section. So this is a section, this is a section, and that's a section. We get another one of these guys, and we get a resource. I felt like I was a little short on stuff that time. All right, and then of course these 2 are out as well. This probably isn't gonna I don't know if I'm going to use these a whole lot this time. I might end up using them for scouting a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to focus too much on market this time around. I'm kind of feeling like I'm going to go heavy into the priest and these guys. But we'll see. We're going to take these two guys, convert them into a builder. We'll then use that builder, unless, hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, not just the builder. We're going to use the builder, the servant, and the resource to build the small hotel. So the small hotel needs level 2 fort. We've got that. And then we have all those other ones we just spent. So we have a small hotel. And so now we get an additional citizen right now, but also every turn we'll have one extra citizen that comes to us. So now what do we use this citizen for? I think we're going to go ahead, use this citizen to get to level 3 for the priest, because we need to be level 3 to be able to build the medium temple. That gives us an additional servant, and we're going to send the servant out for mining and foresting. So that's now maxed out. This is maxed out. I can't go any further on this track until I build the medium granary. I'm really sorry, y'all, that I messed up on that, but we'll keep it straight from this point forward. So that's the end of what I can do. Might as well go in and get these out of the way. All right. And now we're going to draw 2. You can see the 2 right there. So we're going to draw 2 fake cards and see what they're going to bring us. Oh, that's the worst thing that could have happened. Both of them come to the same cohorts. One of them gets taken out. All right, one of them gets defended. The other one gets through. I don't have any favors to be able to stop it. So what that means is I do gain 1 disdain down here. So I circled this. So a circle disdain is active. If I fill it in, and that means that it's no longer considered disdain. Now, the maximum valor I could have gotten here is 2. I got 1 disdain, so now I will get 1 valor. All right, let's get this start of the round procedure down correctly. First off, we get these workers. We're getting 2 soldiers, 2 builders, 1 servant, 1 citizen, 2 resources. We also get 2 additional resources, and because of the small hotel, 1 additional servant. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 additional citizen. Okay, now let's see what else we got going on. So the planner, completed citizen tracks, or I can get a servant and a citizen, or ranger, completed scout columns. We're really not looking to do a whole lot of scout columns, but this will give us an extra soldier, which will let us complete this wall section if we'd technically be able to get it. Not sure we will do it, but yeah, that's what we're going to do. So put that there. Put this here. Okay, so we gain an extra soldier. The temple is something that's definitely important to build. So let's do, we need 1 builder, 1 servant, and 2 resources. And that'll give us the medium temple. Now, 1 up on the piety track gives us a new servant. And I think we should try to do something with this disdain, but we don't have enough servants to build the baths. Actually, we don't have enough of this. So here's what we'll do. We'll use both of, well, hold on. Well, let's think about this. Yeah, let's go ahead and use both of our citizens to move up 2 spaces on this track. It gets us another soldier. Oh, you know what? Because we're running out of space here, let's go ahead and build the medium granary. It takes us a builder and a servant and 1 resource, so medium granary. So now these tracks all the way out to here are now available to us. That resource I'll use for... Oh, hold on. Wait, take that back. This soldier to build the 3rd level of the fort, then the resource for this part of the wall to gain a citizen. Oh, all right. So this citizen I will use for the level 1 traders to gain a servant. All right. And that servant I'll use up here. So that puts me up into the next level for resource production, and I gain a resource. And I think I should probably use all 3 of these guys to go 1, 2, that gives me 1 discipline, and 3. Let's see which one has had the fewest pulled so far. Looks like we've got the left cohort has had the fewest, which means it's most likely to have somebody come at it. So that's where that'll go. And this resource we'll use for this sippy right there. And that's everything I can do. All right, so this time we're drawing 4 cards. By the way, the extra cards, I just kept them down here just because not really any reason to put them out there unless, I mean, I guess I will start putting them out here. This is what they were. I'll keep putting them out there. That's what they were. I just didn't put them out because, like I said, the 2 things that you mainly would use them for, I'm probably not really going to focus on that this game. All right, so here we go. 4 cards. Let's see what we got. We got center, left, right, and oh, that worked out perfect. They all get taken care of. So I gain all the valor that time, no disdain, which is 2 valor. So I'm going to get an extra soldier. Good stuff. All right, moving on into year 4. So we get 2 soldiers. 2 builders. 2 servants. 1 citizen. 1 resource. Then we get 3 more resources. And 1 more citizen. Let's draw these. So completed cohorts or a soldier. Final disdain. Oh man, I don't know. I like these guys here. That I would really like to have them. But the final disdain, I feel like I got a good shot. I'm focusing on this. Yeah, we'll do this as our goal, as our path card. That as the prospect card. Oh, and then just so y'all can see them, there's from the other cards. Okay. So I feel like I should probably go ahead and build the small workshop so I start getting more workers, or builders, excuse me. So we are going to do that. So I'll be an extra builder every year, plus we get 1 right now. I see we were able to do that because we just finished the level 3 part of the fort there. Oh, not one of those, an extra builder. Okay. Okay, now look at this. Let's do 1 builder. For that, that'll give us an extra citizen. And then another builder for right here, which gives us extra discipline. And look at this though, that space for discipline gives us a builder. So basically that was free. Now, is there any way for us to gain some resources? I just need one. If we gain one resource, then I'd be able to build a bath. I don't see it though. Well, we're gonna do one citizen for the priest right here. Goes up on the piety track. I think we'll use these two citizens to start filling out this temple. So that gives us one more piety track. And then one builder, one servant, and one resource lets us build the small gardens. Now that puts us one up on the piety track down here. And gives us another servant. And then the next thing is one on the traders, one on the performers, and one on the priests, which gives us another servant. We definitely want to use at least three of these soldiers to get the next cohort. So that's one for discipline down here. But then the third one is that cohort. So that worked out pretty good looking at this last time. So let's check this out again. Well, okay, let's see. All right, so 4 to the right, 4 to the middle, 3 to the left. So left is still the most likely. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's cover down on the left a little bit more, and that gives us one more discipline. Yeah, we'll use this builder for right here. Gives us a citizen. And might as well use that citizen to get, oh no, here, well, to get this discipline, which then gives us another builder. And we can use that builder to reach level 4. That way next turn we can build the small road. This soldier we'll use to build this section of the fort to gain another citizen. Use that citizen to gain that builder. Use that builder we're going to train that builder here at the training grounds. This is year 4. You can do this once a year. As a soldier, so that will just get us a little closer here. That way we can get those two easily next time. And then these 3 are going to go 1, 2, 3. So that gave us one more resource production, as well as a resource. That resource we will use for this sippy here. We'll put it here. Okay, all right. So now let's see, we are taking six of these. All right, let's see what we got. Left, right, left, left, middle, and middle. So left has 3 for the cohort, so that's good. Middle has 2, so that was like it was planned. Oh my God, that was so perfect. So we get all 3 valor, which is going to give us an extra soldier. Okay. All right, so let's see what we got next. We've got 2 soldiers, 1 builder, 2 2 servants, 2 citizens, 1 resource, and then 4 more resources from my production, and 1 citizen from the hotel, and 1 builder, one builder from the workshop. Okay. Now, I think right off the bat, we want to make sure we get the small road. So that's going to take 2 servants, a builder, and 1 resource. Oh, whoa, I'm doing it again, aren't I? Tell you what, y'all, sometimes doing these videos at the same time, trying to keep everything straight, it's just a bit much. Large buildings or completed wall sections. I think we'll do completed wall sections. So I get 1 more builder and 1 more resource. Okay, so, and here are these 2. All right, so anyway, as we were doing the small road here, so I can either get piety or discipline. Let's go with the piety. All right. Now I think we don't have any servants. So I'd really like to build this the baths here. So 1 citizen, for another piety, another citizen, get us a servant, and this citizen will get us a servant. Now, two servants, a builder, and 2 resources builds the baths and gains us 1 renown. And then 1 more resource. What year is it? Year 5. And that gets rid of this disdain. We basically paid somebody to forget about it. All right, so I'm a little iffy if this is a good idea, but we're going to do it. I'm going to take these 2 soldiers, take them to the forum, convert them to a servant. This is year 5. Convert them to a servant. I'm going to take the servant and the builder and 2 resources and build a large garden. So that's going to give us 1 piety, which will give us a servant. And then the traders up here give us a builder. And then the performers, then the temple give us a piety. And then these guys gives us a discipline. And then the patricians. Okay. All right, 1 soldier for that gives me 1 discipline. And then another soldier, or the builder actually, I'm going to train the builder. This is year 5. For that cohort, which I'll then use here in the center to gain another discipline, which gives me another builder. And the builder I'll use to reach level 5. And the servant I'll use to get to there. All right, Doesn't feel like I did a whole lot that time. Let's see what happens. So they're throwing 8 cards at us this time. It's 5, 6, 7, 8. Left, right, right, center, 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 right. Did I say they get left and right mixed up? Anyway, right. Okay. So those are good. These are good. Oh, but I'm taking 2 shots here because only one's good there. So 2 get through. That's 2 to stain. 1, 2. And I could have had 3 Valor, so I only get 1 Valor. That hurt. That hurt. All right, here we go. Last turn. So we've got 1 soldier, 3 builders, 1 servant, 1 citizen, 2 resources, and then we're going to get 4 more resources, an extra citizen, an extra builder, and then we get to get 1 extra attribute. We could do this one to get an extra citizen, this one to get an extra soldier. We'll do this one. All right. Now, resource production or collected, definitely not collected goods, so resource production. Then we get extra citizen and resource. All right, so what can we do for this last turn? Well, we're gonna push these off to the side because that's what we would need to get rid of this disdain, so let's think about that. But wait, I did this, didn't I? I forgot to mark it off. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and complete this citizen track. So that's an extra there. Let's use 2 builders to get to level 6, which also gives us an extra citizen. This builder, well, no, there's no reason really to build that, other than it would give me 2 more citizens, actually. But is that the best use of my resources right now? I think actually I'm going to use 2 of those to do that and this. So that gives me a citizen and a cohort. We'll put it here. Right now I'm only losing 3 victory points to disdain, so I might not worry about that too much. Let's actually, let's see, where was it? Completed citizen tracks. I need to get 2 at least to get 1 victory point. So we'll take all 3 of these citizens to complete this one. So that's a soldier, a discipline, and a builder. Well, we've got so many builders. Let's go ahead and finish this right here. So that's another discipline and a cohort, which gives me another discipline, which gives me another builder. So now I feel like we should maybe go ahead. If I do this, build a small precinct. So that gives me a piety, production, and a resource. So piety, production, and a resource. We'll use all 3 soldiers. Do 1, 2, that's a discipline. And 3. Let's do it for that one. Oh, and look, okay, so 2 of these resources. It gives me a cohort, which gives me a valor. I'll use a builder and a servant to do 2 more in this temple, which gives me another piety, which gives me another servant. Let's go ahead and complete that temple. 2 more servant and a builder. So that's another piety. And now I'll have a favor as well to help with whatever's about to happen. Got 1 builder left. So here, let's use 1 of these. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. All 4 of them we're going to put out here. I was going to think about getting rid of one of these sustains, but we're going to put all of them out here. So that one goes there. That's a renown, which is going to give me a citizen. And then 2 gives me another citizen. And 3. And 4. There's another renown and a cohort, which will be discipline. Oh, yeah, here we go. 1 citizen right here gives me a soldier. Another citizen right here gives me a soldier. All right. First soldier, go right here. Second soldier right here, which gives me a discipline, which gives me a builder. All right. Then use one of these builders, train them as a soldier to complete that. That gives me another cohort. We'll put it right here, I guess. And then I've got 1 more builder, which really the only thing he can do is build. He can't do anything because he can't build there. He can't be trained again because I can only do that once a year. So I think, unfortunately, that builder is going to be wasted. That sucks. Oh, by the way, these were the cards, y'all. Again, not that it really matters for the way I'm currently playing. Okay, so he gets wasted. We're pulling 10 cards this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Middle, right, middle, left, middle, left, middle, right, left, and middle. 5 up the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 gets through. Left is good and right is good. So 1 disdain gets through. That means I get 3 valor. And I would gain a soldier, but it's the end of the game, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Now let's score it up. All right, so we've got 4 renown. For piety, we have 13. Puts us at 17. For valor, we've got 13. Puts us at 30. 15 discipline. This is not going to be the best score, y'all. I can already feel it. 45. All right, so then for pontiff-filled temples, we have 2. Oh, wait. I forgot I had that. That 1 disdain that got through, it didn't happen because I had that favor to get rid of it. which means I had one additional valor. Okay. All right. Anyway, so temples. 2 filled temples. Completed wall guard sections. 1, 2, 3. Got all 3 of them. And so that's 3 victory points. Completed citizen tracks. We have 2 of them that are completed, so we get 1 point. Final disdain. We only have 2 disdain, so we get 2 victory points. Defender. We only completed 1 wall section right here. Didn't quite get it with that, so we get 1 point there. Then forger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get 1 point there. So 10, 56. We have 2 disdain. So we lose 3 points. So 53, which means better than last time. I consider that a win. It doesn't really tell you what a win is other than beating your score, but I consider anything above a 50 a win. I won't go to the hard mode yet because I want to get 60 or better for hard mode, but I did get 53 points. So actually not too bad considering it's only my 2nd time playing medium. So there you go. I gotta say I'm pretty happy with the 53. I mean, I honestly, I didn't feel like I was doing so well. I know for sure that I wasn't as efficient as I could be with some of my moves, but I really thought that I was really tanking as I got to about year 4, and I really didn't think I was going to pull much of anything out. So to actually get over that 50 point mark, pretty happy with that. Again, only my 2nd time playing on the medium difficulty. I'm going to keep playing medium until I get past 60 though, and we'll see. Hopefully, maybe on my next try or 2, that'll happen. And y'all listen, this game, especially if you're playing solo, I've got it down. It's under 60 minutes whenever I play for the most part. I'm not sure where this video is going to come out as far as time-wise goes, but if it's more than 60 minutes, it's mainly because I was taking some extra time while I was filming, just to kind of explain to you what was going on and everything. But so yeah, with at this point, with being familiar with how it all works, less than 60 minutes for a game that has this much going on, and it shouldn't be that much different with multiple people because of the fact that there's no reason to wait, except for maybe when you're teaching it. There's no reason to wait for each other. You go ahead, you do all your actions on your own, and then when everybody's done with their actions, you move on to the end of the round stuff. It's pretty cool. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this. If you like Hadrian's Wall, there's a link in the description so you can pick up a copy for yourself. And until next time, if you're bored online, board offline.